So kudos to anybody who does YouTube a lot. This has been a grueling process. I have done some lives and got technically challenged all over the place, and tried to do a couple of shorts here. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I feel like this is a necessary step in the process for me to be really accountable to the goals that I have. And those goals are important. So I really want to be true to that. So what I think I'm gonna do to sort of circumvent the problem areas and the bumps, because I have very limited time. I have like all the time in the world, right? But I don't. Time is finite, right? So some of these videos are taking like hours and hours to edit, and that's so ridiculous. And again, kudos to you guys who are content creators. That is amazing. But when you have a couple videos and it's like a majority of your week, that doesn't feel very, it doesn't feel like progress to me, because that's not the goal for me. The goal is something different, and the video is just to like kind of capture some information. So I'm just going to try to do these in one shot. You're going to get a lot of ums already, like that's happening. I know that there are AI programs who can cut those out, but my experience with that has been that they will cut out anything that sounds like an So you'll get like 3/4 of a sentence here and there. It's just not very reliable. And I do say a lot of ums. I'm like catching it because I said it now. So for this past weekend, it's like 10:30 on Sunday night. I'm trying to wrap up a couple things so that I can start getting ready for bed, because I go running at like, not even running, I go fast walking. It's not even fast. Let me back up. I go take a walk at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I live in Arizona and the sun is really bright and I don't like the sun. So I'm trying to wrap up as quickly as I possibly can. So what I'm trying to do at this moment is finish up some scheduling for posts on other platforms. And this is not for accountability. This is to push a system out. And I'll share that with you tomorrow. I'm trying to get it in a little bit more organized fashion. It's all living in my brain right now. That is very disorganized. And I would hate for you to see that and then just be like, "Ooh, this lady is crazy," which fair enough, but maybe I could organize that first before sharing with you. What I have done, I can give you a little overview, is I started a Fiverr account. I don't have high hopes for that, just because I know I've been using Fiverr since they were actually $5, right? Like since they came out, basically. And then, but not to sell, just to buy. So I kind of know the mindset that you get into when you go on that platform. I do have a seller account on Upwork. I've been on there for like ages and ages and ages, but also mostly to employ, not to be employed. So my to be employed time hasn't been, I don't think I've been on there in like 5 years maybe. So it will be, it seems like when you start from that much time in between, it's like basically counting up the last 30 or 60 or 90 days. So I basically have a 0. I have like no score, even though I have like massively great reviews. They don't get counted towards, they're not shown because I haven't been like recent. So cool beans. So we'll just start, which is great. Like, let's just start from 0. As much from 0 as I possibly can. So Fiverr, I'm starting from 0. Upwork, I'll probably keep the one account because I don't use it. I don't plan on ever using that. The freelance part again, so this would be fine. And I have like a little bit of background there. So it gives me advantage, maybe if somebody checks out my profile. And then I decided to go as variant as possible. So do the freelancing on Fiverr, Upwork. There's a link in a Stan store, and also school, and then a physical product that I can mail on a TikTok store, and some things for Etsy, eBay. I don't have high hopes for those, either one of those, Etsy or eBay. So we'll just see. Like, there's some digital products in there as well. I tried to be like as vast as possible, like just varied a bunch of stuff. The problem it's not even a problem. I want to be able to follow a method as somebody who's a giant and who has done this before, right? So I'm going to be researching other people's YouTube videos. I wanted to do that live with you guys, but there'll be a lot of like, oh, this is probably not crap. I don't really believe this person when they're telling me that they've made this much money and that kind of stuff. And I don't want to publicly put anybody on the spot, right? So I'm just going to go find people that resonate with me and try to follow what they're saying to do, so that I already have some good ideas of people that I want to try. So it's just going to be a straight up, like they say, do this, I'm going to try to do that. Like I'm going to try to take myself out of the equation as much as possible. Like, oh, I think it would be better if, like, stop doing that, because if they've done it this way and they're saying like, you know, just do step 1, 2, and 3. And I'm like, well, what about step 12, which is what I tend to do. So I'm going to try not to do that and just try to follow what they're saying. Because perfection is the enemy of publishing. I don't know how the rest of that saying goes. Good. Perfection is the enemy of good. I don't know. Tell me if you know that saying. That would be great. So let's try that for this week. So that is quite a few things going on. The digital products, Etsy, bam, 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 the TikTok store, which I've never done that. So that'll be a whole new experience. And we'll just see how it goes. So what I want to do is break down for each thing, what are the payment gateways? Like, what are those? Where am I trying to push this traffic to? And also, what kind of marketing and what kind of platforms am I using? And I want to be able to track all that. So I'll have goals for every single one of those. And it's like arbitrary goals, so that I can kind of see on a day-to-day basis, like, am I getting anywhere? And then, yeah, if it's just for me, it's just for me, right? And for you as well, so you can track along. But I think that might be the best way forward. Having said that, there's going to be some days where I get overwhelmed, because it is kind of a lot, even though I am full-time, like right in front of my computer all day, every day. For the next few weeks anyway, we'll see if we can get some traction here. And then, yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Okay. Thanks for following on. Bye.